I was a investor in and non-exec chairman in a company that was trying to solve the fit problem in fashion. So we developed a patented algorithm around helping people find clothing that would fit. And then other companies included Red Envelope, which we took public in 2003. And then most recently, the company that's most relevant to what I'm doing now is I was an investor and board member in a company called Mobix, Mobix, M-O-B-I-X, in London for 2 years. And Mobix is really what got me back interested in the problem of how to find what's on. What we did is we developed a video delivery platform for mobile telephones. And we had, as you can imagine at that time, we had, I think it was 183 different models of cell phones that we were delivering mobile video to worldwide. And the challenge was, in different operators' phones, different operators' decks, the user interface, it was completely different organizational structure and presentation and how video was presented. This led to two problems. The first problem was that consumers had a hard time finding video that they wanted to watch because it was an inconsistent experience from handset to handset, operator to operator. And number two, advertisers had a very difficult way of selling advertising into mobile platforms at scale because each deck was organized in a different fashion. So the ads were presented in different places. Some might be above the fold, as we call it. Some might be below the fold. Some might be in different places. So it's very hard for an advertiser to buy scale and to get analytics that are relevant to that campaign, that flight. So sold Mobix to Sea Change International in 2008. I moved back from London to San Francisco, Sausalito, and started looking at this challenge of finding what you want to watch. And then just by happenstance, my old patent, the original patent, came available, and I purchased the patent and then filed new patents with my old patent firm to develop Rings.tv. So Rings' heritage goes back to 1996, and the original patent is a 1996 patent, and then we have a series of patents that we filed since then.
And how did you get involved with more of the media technology?
You know, I've been programming computers since the 6th grade, so a long, long time ago, and I've always been interested in computers. But my background is art, and my background is film and television. I was a TV news reporter for a number of years, CNN stringer, and a reporter for a local affiliate, KBIQ, in Eureka, California. I shot a documentary film, did a 1-hour documentary film, 16mm film, so always been passionate about media. And it was a natural combination of media and television entertainment. In fact, for a while I taught multimedia in college, so I love the space.
And I think it's interesting too that you fell in love with computers at an early stage, but yet you went into more of being in front of the camera, and then now you're back behind the scenes trying to figure out how to do that. Do you believe that your experience has led you to basically become an entrepreneur with a good eye for sort of what people want out there because of these experiences? And
Arabella, I don't know. That's better left for someone else to say. But I can tell you that the thing that's driven me toward passionately loving this product and this space is I'm ADD. And we talk about Rings as a TV for the ADD generation. I'm a person who has a short attention span. I'm fascinated by new things. I always want the next new thing. When I watch television, I'm always flipping through the channels. I'm never satisfied to watch one thing at one time. And Rings, the experience of Rings.tv is very much TV for ADD people. We call it two-thumb TV because you're actually using your iPhone or your iPad, and you're seeing 16 different channels at the same time. You're able to see those, tap from channel to switch channels, and then, and this is the patented part, double tap on any particular channel to drive in deeper into this three-dimensional matrix of video. So if you can imagine the Borg cube from Star Trek, but the Borg cube is made up of videos, millions and millions and millions of videos organized in a massive sort of virtual cube in cyberspace. That's what we've built. So the ability to navigate through massive amounts of video in a very fast and fluid way is really what we set out to build. So really, fundamentally, it's more about my short attention span than it is my passion for being in front of the camera or behind the camera.
It's more, well, maybe it's just everything that's amazing. So what's next for you? What are you looking to do with Rings TV, and where do you think this sort of industry is going to be in next year or in a few years?
Yeah, well, it's so interesting, and I'm sure you and your viewers are seeing this. But every week we're seeing incredible shifts in the television business. The pay television business globally is about $300 billion business. In the U.S., it's about a $70 billion business. The pay television business, by this I mean cable television, satellite television, and now IPTV with Comcast and with AT&T, Uverse, and with Verizon, it has become an industry that is following the path that newspapers followed in the early 2000s. And by that I mean it's disintermediating, it's disaggregating. And consumers are saying, damn it, I want to watch what I want to watch, when I want to watch it, and I don't want to have somebody else tell me I've got to pay $150 a month to watch what they want me to watch. And we've seen example after example. Barry Diller IAC's area, which just recently won a preliminary injunction to enable consumers to get direct-to-consumer television, digital television, through a series of RAID receivers. Number two, we're seeing with Dish Networks and the battle between Dish and AMC in terms of carriage, or with DirecTV, the battle that just ended between Direct and Viacom with respect to carriage. What's happening is, as more and more content is moving online, and as more consumers are demanding the right to pick what they want to watch, either via Hulu or Amazon Prime or Netflix, the cable operators, the pay television incumbents, are starting to have to look at alternative revenue sources for content. And as importantly, or perhaps even more importantly, media owners. So media owners like traditional media owners like CBS or ABC or Disney, but also non-traditional media owners like Startup Live, or like some of these new channels that are being started by Netflix is making an investment, Yahoo's making an investment, Google's making an investment, or YouTube channel partners, for example, the classic Ray William Johnson or Hot for Words, etc. All of these are alternative forms of programming that are seeking new forms of distribution and new ways to monetize their programs. What they need is a framework. They need a mechanism that can ingest all of this content, and then a super simple way to organize this content for consumers on any device. So I can pick up my iPad, I can pick up my iPhone, I can watch it on TV, I can watch it on any device. I find programs that I've consumed, that I've loved, that I've organized, or my friends have organized, and these are ways for me to dip in and dip out of programs and see what I want to watch, not what somebody else has told me I have to watch.
And there's